That the same. Like, we don't want to evangelize people. Like, hey, you out
Start
there,
loving.
right? You better start loving people right now. So, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here. We're pondering, and then this episode. Should we pull an oracle card? We didn't pull an oracle
I keep
card
looking
last
at them
time.
gold ones, but then I'm like, go to that blue one over there.
Well, let's start with the gold one, and we'll end with the blue one.
All right, that works.
So as Elijah's getting the cards, getting the cards ready. Today we're talking about the fact that you're God. You're God.
You're God.
No, you're God.
No,
Yeah, you are.
I wish.
And ma'am, you're God too.
This is why I'm your favorite.
So how do you what do you think about that?
I need to wrap my mind around it.
What number's in your head while you wrap your mind around the
6.
fact that you're God?
6.
6.
What's the chances?
All right. Number 6, Krishna. How about that? We were just talking about Krishna. We were just, not on camera, but we were just talking about him. How about that shit?
I'm tired of this shit, man.
Krishna,
That's why I
devotion.
just go to work and go home and pay my bills, and that's it, man. I'm tired.
Because this
of
shit is real. Krishna, you ready?
Yeah.
Devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally.
That's what they say.
Krishna.
Yeah.
How about that? So, talking about being God.
He's a Hindu god?
He's a Hindu deity, yes. And the Hindus have hundreds of gods.
They're the they're the ones that worship the cow, like
Cow?
cow. Yeah.
Yeah, the cow is a very sacred animal. Come on, Stella, come here.
I actually just watched a video on that not too long ago, and this is so, I don't mean to laugh about it, but it was so funny how he said it. And he was like, "Have you ever heard the phrase holy shit?" Right? And I'm like, yo, I start looking at it. I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Right? And he said it in another way. It was in the middle of the video. But long story short, you get mushrooms from cow shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you could grow it in other ways, but
Right.
naturally comes from cow shit. And in some religions, they look at that as a holy thing, right? So holy shit.
Holy
If you didn't know.
shit. Holy shit.
I thought that was funny, but
Yeah, the sacred cow. So we've got Krishna. We're devoted. We're trusting our spiritual guidance, talking about the fact
and he pops up.
that we're God. You're God. I'm God. It even says it in that wonderful book, the Bible, right at the beginning.
I am.
Well, yeah. And it also says you're created in the image and likeness of God. So if I'm created in the image and likeness of God, guess what that means? I'm God. You're God. Why are we all here? Because God wanted to experience itself, wanted to experience Earth. So here we are. All different aspects.
I have something put down for this. I'm not gonna be able to find it right now. I am, right? So you're God. You synchronize your world to how you it fits your bill, right? How do you wrap my mind around that? How?
How what?
How? Because I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't put myself in the situation I'm in. I wouldn't put myself in the life I'm in. But then, like I'm just saying this as somebody that's what they would say for the first time.
Right. So think of it this
way. But then
way.
I've researched it and looked into it, and it's like, well, there's a reason, right? There's why.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that? And that's where I'm stuck at, the why part.
Cool, because
if I am God, why? would I do that?
Because you're human as well. You're a spirit having a human experience, right? That's why we're here, to have a human experience.
Right.
There's this idea, school of thought, that there are souls waiting in line to come be a human, to experience life on this spinning rock, to experience the pain, the heartache. Because when you are realize that you are connected to everything, right? And you are an ascended master, you're just in it all, right? Like it's a shift. It's like you're ascending to a higher density, a higher level, a higher frequency, right? So you're not going to be able to experience
fear,
all that we get to experience.
hunger.
All of it. Literally all of it. And it sounds crazy to think that, but that's why we're here, to live, to experience. And remember from the one other episode, you picked to be in the whitest family.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But the
And
fun
this is why I guess we're doing this, right?
yeah.
I'm trying to dig deep and to see why. I don't understand why I would do that, but
But the fun now is the journey, right? Like the journey of discovery, of being like, shit, well, if I am God, now what can I do? Right? And not coming into the space of, watch me, I'm going to walk on water and raise the dead. No, but how am I going to make my life the best life that I want? Because even those shitty choices that we've all made in the past, we still have opportunities to create better choices.
right.
And we now know how the shitty choices felt. We're like, well, fuck that. I don't want that shit no more.
I'm living proof of the shittiest choices you can make in life and how you could just flip it and become the top, get on top. But
Right. But all your choices, right?
right.
And for a lot of us, that's part of this game of life, realizing that they're all our choices, right? Like we can be influenced by our friends and family, but ultimately we have the final say. We're making that choice. Even if your mommy says you have to, you're still making that choice to do it.
And I guess that's the only thing that we got left that's free, right? You have
A choice? Yeah. And it's a choice with everything. How are we going to react when somebody pisses us off? Right? Like that's the thing. Reacting? Are we reacting? Can we be in the moment and be like, wait a minute. Remember that saying, all the cool kids had the bracelets? What would Jesus do?
Yeah.
Right? What would Jesus do? Would he bitch slap somebody, or would he be like, I'm going to walk away right now? Would he argue that my God's better than your God? Probably not.
Man, that's how this all started for me, man. I just couldn't see. I don't know. I just couldn't see how there could be so many religions, and then it like we broke it down. How was that in the last episode? The one before that, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure, but that was beautiful.
Right. I mean, I used to, growing up, I would be like, literally, I would think the Dalai Lama is going to go to hell because he doesn't believe what I'm being told at church. The Dalai Lama, he's like the nicest little dude on the planet.
Like, dude, there's a Chinese ma'am, there's a Spanish ma'am. Like, no, I love all ma'ams.
Right.
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 So it's like,
and it's like, but
I
wait.
have to dig deep. Why is this? So if I'm, oh man, it's just all right. So it's I guess I could say I like being a human then, because I can't wrap my mind around about being a god. So if I could go to a certain frequency, or if I could resonate to a certain power and not have these feelings, well, I can't comprehend that. You get what I mean?
Yeah. But why? And it's hard for a lot of people.
I don't comprehend that. So that's why I'll dig for more research, and then you hit a wall and you're just like, all right, well then keep going, doing your job, do what you need to do. But it's like, what's after this then? There's something, what's beyond this, right? Because at the end of the day, some people might want to die, but
What's beyond what? This human meat suit?
yeah.
Well, we're eternal. So our meat suit's going to die, but our soul's just going to get absorbed back into that universal unconditional love and hang out and be like, what do I want to go next? What do I want to experience next?
Not being able to comprehend it, knowing it's there, is why I'm like a dog digging in dirt. Like,
well, right. And
I want to know because it's there.
Like
someone
ineffable. Like that, you can't explain it, right? How do you explain? Wait a minute, you're telling me I'm God, but I forgot that I'm God. And then what happens when I remember I'm God? How do I comprehend that now I'm remembering that I'm God? Just pretty much just love everybody. You should grab that blue deck.
Yeah.
Right? Again, keeping it simple. What would Jesus do? What was his whole thing? Just love everybody. What would God do? God is unconditional love.
That's what. But you hear that, it's so cliche. So how do you say that people just need to love? Because that's what needs to happen.
You start loving.
You start loving, right?
I start loving, right? And then hopefully from people seeing you be a loving, kind person, they want to be a kind, loving person, right? That's the same. Like, we don't want to evangelize people. Like, hey, you out
start
there.
Loving.
Right. You better start loving people right now. I mean,
that's the easiest way to do it. Because it's so easy to hate. Go ahead.
All right. So we're going to pull a card. We may have just had some technical difficulties, but we're back. So, again, I feel like we have to preface something weird's going on. By saying we're God also is not a get out of jail free card to be an asshole. Right? Well, I'm God. You get to be an asshole. Right? It's like when in the spiritual world, people will be like, I'm just living my truth. Cool. You're an asshole. Right? Living your truth isn't a get out of jail free card to be an asshole. Right? We still love people. Be a nice person. Remember? Just love them. Just love. All right. Anyway, speaking on just loving and the space of unconditional love. Maybe next episode, I'll tell you the story about having a whole bunch of mushrooms on New Year's Eve 2020, rolling into 2020. That's a fun story.
I'm excited to hear that one.
All right, so we're just middle of the deck. Middle of the deck. All right, and we have the halls of learning. The halls of learning. I feel like we're in the halls of learning.
The halls of learning.
Halls of learning. Spirit guides, confirmations, great lessons. Look at that.
That
Look
is
at
a dope
that.
picture.
Show them. I'm going to put my readers on. We're going to actually read what the message is. And pardon my halls of learning. Our message. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready out there in podcast video land? You are on a path to great learning. Spiritual blessings are drawing close to support you. If you are facing challenging or difficult circumstances or have just moved through such a time, you are being called to review what you have learned about yourself. If you are still feeling overwhelmed by a certain event or asking why it happened, call on Source and your guides to reveal to you the pattern, trauma, or wound that has contributed to this challenge. If you aren't experiencing challenging energy, the reason is that you've made huge progress on your spiritual journey, so much so that your perspective has shifted so that you can view every challenge as a window of opportunity. The Halls of Learning Gateway indicates that your spiritual gifts are developing at this time. Well, how about that?
I'm telling you, it's every goddamn card he picks.
That's all you, my friend. That's all you. Everybody out there, welcome to the Halls of Learning. Thanks for being with us on this journey through the Halls of Learning. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you have anything you want us to talk about or chat about, or if you want to chat with us and you have some value you want to share with the world, reach out. Send us a message. Thanks for being here, and